Hello again, it's Chimera here, stitching things that are pretty and practical. While in lockdown, I have been finishing up my second animation, Raspberries Dark Chocolate, which is on YouTube if you're looking for some inspiration or entertainment. And while I was going through my files, I realized that I completely forgot that I was making this video in the first place. So, it's kind of been a good few months since I worked on this, but I've finished it now, so yay! But this is how to make a mini corset, and I had less than a week to make this. It was for a costume, and I felt like I needed a finishing touch for it. And considering how little time that I had, I felt that it was best for me to buy a pattern piece and work from that, and making adjustments where I needed it. If you are a beginner, or you are a bit rusty like me, or you're just not sure how to get the right size for yourself, I would highly recommend that you go and purchase a pattern piece so that you have that peace of mind that you're getting the right sizes. Because it's me, I am going to recycle some fabric that I already have from other projects, and because of that I need to make sure that I have the right amount of fabric. On your pattern piece wallet, it usually says how much fabric you'll need, but because I'm recycling fabric, I need to make sure I've have all the pieces laid out so that I know where I need to add fabric, so like here. One thing that is very important is to read the pattern piece. So it says on the fold here, which means like if you would cut out a butterfly from a folded piece of paper, you would fold it first, so on the fold, and then you would cut out the two wings and open it up. So this is the back piece here, and all you're going to do is fold it over and then cut it out. But because I'm recycling, I need to add the fabric here. So that's the first thing I'm going to do, because the rest of the pieces have enough space that they can be just cut out as one piece. So if you are recycling like me, make sure that you check if you've got enough fabric and if you need to add some in different places. So I'm just gonna go over the edge of this to make sure that it is in place. I'm checking it's the right length and I don't need any more fabric, and then I'm just going to double secure it with two different stitches. So straight stitching over the end, and then that piece is a whole piece, so I can continue from there. So it's looking good and I'm happy with it, so I can take out the pins and then I can move on to sewing the next lot. So again, making sure that I have enough space for all the pieces to be cut out. Also, if you have a pattern on your fabric, so here it's quite like a little florally lace type, I want to make sure that I'm cutting it with the grain, I think it is. So the same direction. So I have these little lines in the fabric, and I want to make sure that I'm cutting each piece in the same direction, because when it's all sewn together, you will notice that. So I might do another project where I make a bigger corset, and in that I think I might do it from scratch, but these are the shapes that you will need regardless. So if I do another project, then I might do a measurement guide so that you really know how to get the right shape for you, because that's one of the best things about making it from scratch. You get it so it's perfect for you. So next piece, I need to sew the sides to the back, and it should look like this, so don't worry. It's got to have that curve in it anyway, because it's going to go on your back, and your back has you know what your back looks like. But you have curves in your body, and this is for a woman's corset, just in case there are any guys out there. But even guys have shape in their spine. Everybody's spine curves. So it's the same with your back. You have the shoulder blades and you need them to be able to move around. So it should have a nice curve to it, and there should be a nice flow. So it should look like this now. Moving on to the front, we are going to sew the sides of the front to the sides of the side. So I'm pinning it in place and then I'm going to sew it straight down. If you wanted to, you could do a zigzag stitch over the edge to stop it from fraying. I should have done that, but I just needed to get this done because I think I had a couple days left and I just really needed to finish it. Plus I was going to do the lining as well, which I'm going to move on to next. So if you have limited time, then you make decisions quickly. So once again, I'm recycling for the lining. I'm literally repeating the same steps. Make sure you wash your hands and your tail. It's very important to keep the fabric clean. But yeah, if you are recycling, sometimes it is good to re-wash the fabric or wash it afterwards once you've made it all together. Put it all together, I should say. But here I'm just doing exactly the same thing. So I'm cutting out the same pieces and then I'm going to sew them exactly the same as before. Only at the front is where I will have my fastening. Yeah, so I'm just going to sew it as I have with the pattern floral design. Here I kind of made a mistake. I messed up a little bit because I didn't think I needed this extra front panels, which I kind of did, but I didn't. I was going to put my fastening here. I was going to use a zip. You could use buttons or ribbon lace up, but I pinned them together and then I was going to put the zip in the middle. Also, you should be checking that it fits you all the way through this. Of course, when it's more of a whole piece, you can really put it on and see if it's fitting you. You can take it in if you need to. And of course I was going to recycle a zip that I had unpicked from a previous skirt, and then I was going to pin it in place, check if it looked right, if it was, gonna fit. And it was too long. It wasn't the right size. Make sure you go and you buy the right size zip or type of zip. Zips do not work like this. My mistake here was that this was a closed end zip and what I needed was an open-ended zip. So make sure you buy the right one. Here, all I was doing was attaching the lining to the front fabric. So very important. Sew the right sides facing each other. And my personal tip would be to start sewing at the bottom, so that if you do something wrong, it's easy to undo. But take your time, there's no rush. All you need to do is sew along the outer edge. Don't sew the armholes, because we want to pull the corset inside out so we've got the right sides facing us then. And if you sew the armholes, this won't work. I can't film pulling it inside out at the same time, but I've just done it quickly here, and I'm just trying to show you that now I have the right sides on the outside of it. So don't sew the armholes until the end. Because it was a costume, I did make a tail that I could attach with a safety pin. So I was doing exactly the same as the corset, cutting out a shape that I wanted. Obviously, make it bigger than you need it to be, because when you turn it inside out, it's a problem. Because it's way too small, and that's how I messed up here. I forgot about that rule. And because I went to turn it inside out. It just did not work. Yeah, make it bigger. Hand stitch across the top to finish it. Woo! Party time! I was really happy with how this turned out. I was quite surprised because it worked. No, of course it was really cool, and I was really happy with my outfit, and yeah, I felt really good in it. The only thing was I had to use safety pins to hold it together because I messed up with the front panels. But I can wear it during the day as well, which is really cool. So it's quite a flexible piece. You can wear it to go out, or you can wear it just to, you know, hang around the house. So if you're looking for a really cool piece to wear and to make, then this mini corset is a good start. And it develops your knowledge of how to make the right shape for your body, sort of thing. So you get a little bit of experience in that as well. For makeup, I just went with a very natural look because at the party, it's a party and it was a costume, so I went with more colour. But because it was just, you know, wearing it around the house, I felt like I may as well just be very natural about it because the corset was the item in question. So yeah, I'm really happy with how this turned out. If I was gonna go and do this project again, I would definitely maybe put some lace in the front so that I can change the size of it, or make a longer one just because I'd be able to wear it with more outfits, I think. Or at least put it in a zip and do that properly next time. But yeah, it fits me really well, and you'd be surprised how much I've been wearing it since I've made this. So I'm really happy about that. During lockdown, I felt like I should spend more time with my chickens, and unfortunately during lockdown, one of my chickens passed away, Twiggy. She was like those seaside chocolates in her pattern colours. She was really sweet, and a dog came into the garden one day and tried to attack the chickens, and she sort of hurt her leg. So unfortunately she's no longer with us, but she was a lovely little girl, and while I was filming this I got a clip of her, so I thought I would just put that in for her memory. I hope this has been informative. I hope that you've learnt something new and you're gonna go stitch something yourself. So thank you for watching, and I hope you make something pretty.